Hey beautiful soul stars, welcome into Starlight Starbright Tarot. I hope you're all well. I hope you've caught up on your sleep after the events of the night. Yeah, love and blessings to each and every one of you. Today's reading, they cannot curse who God has anointed. And you are an anointed one. You are divine. So divine ones, what's next for you? You've been cursed, held down, held back, had some setbacks, rose again, resurrection of the soul, over and over again. You cannot be stopped for long, or kept down for long. You keep getting back up. Right, let's find out what's going on for you. Love to you guys. Thank you, angels. Oh, see, 9. Suffering in silence. Perhaps you feel alone. You've been through a lot of suffering. Maybe you don't share this with anyone, or you've stopped sharing it with others. Perhaps because they have really not taken you seriously, or perhaps they just want to kick you when you're down. Yes, you are feeling alone in the world. 9. But see the beautiful orange glow of light basking in the sun? You are anointed. You are divine. You are chosen for a purpose in this life. We are all chosen, but many don't wake up and many don't hear the call. And suffering and detaching is part of the path for you to grow in wisdom with the number 9 here, the Hermit card. You're being isolated so that you can heal and grow. So try not to suffer, try to let go of the trauma, keep working on yourself, and know you are not alone. And see, this person has a wand in their hand, looking up to the light, looking towards the light. You're nearly at the end of a long road and you need to keep going. There are 2 mountain peaks that this person's looking through. And what's that lovely prayer that I like? Though we walk through the valley of death, I shall fear no evil, for thou art with me, with your staff and your magic wand, I like to say. Rod and staff. Is that how it goes? I'm not particularly biblical, but there are some things in the Bible that I do love. So, yes, you have a little bit of a journey to go, and you're feeling afraid, but you don't need to fear. You have to let go of the fear and have faith, and that's very difficult to do when you are feeling alone in it all. But you are not alone. You are being guided. You are being guided by the divine light of God. Oh. This is interesting. Discontent and boredom. Perhaps you have risen. Perhaps you are almost fully healed. Perhaps you have addressed everything. Perhaps you have been guided to a place of isolation, but the isolation is for your protection. So you're feeling a little bit bored and discontent. Do not worry. Find things to do. This is when you're truly bored, this is when we start to create. And see, this person with a wand is a creator. We could say this is the Queen of Wands, or a Page of Wands, or a Knight of Wands. Be in awe of the creation that you are. Be in awe of the natural creations around us. So 4, yes, you're feeling stable, but you feel like your blessings are a long way off. There's a castle in the distance here. There's also someone who's missing you. Perhaps you've withdrawn from people because you just don't feel right, or you just don't feel like you can be the person you need to be when you're around these people. Perhaps they drag you down into lower vibrational energy. But what I'm getting from this as well is that you feel like your life has been cursed your whole life. And it probably has, because you were born to do something. You were born to go through these experiences so that you could grow in wisdom. So 4, you're going, what's next for you? Stability. 4s are all about stability. It's the 4 of Wands. It's the 4 of Swords, of rest and recuperation. It's the Four of Pentacles, financial stability. And we can't want more. And the Four of Cups, yes, reflection, disappointments in the past, and reflecting on those. How did we fall into these traps? Am I cursed? Have they put spells on me from the beginning? The answer to all of that is actually yes. Because when people want your downfall, that is a spell, and that is dark force energy being put onto you. The people from your past need to forget you in some way, because when people don't think about you, then that also helps to cut the cords that bind you to these people who have left you in silence. Perhaps somebody silenced you out, because we have a feminine here and now we have a masculine. They are missing you. They're kind of bored without you because you were interesting. But there was jealousy here, or there was feelings of pride here. So if you're wondering if someone's missing you, if people are missing you, people you've left behind, not deliberately left behind, but you've just had to keep moving forward. These people, yeah, they're bored without you, they're missing you, but they cursed your name. They didn't treat you with respect. They didn't want you to succeed. They didn't want you to be better than them. And that's very immature. You know, that's immaturity at work. But know that your prayers are answered. Just know that your prayers are answered. Oh, look at that. You can't make this deception and envy. Yeah. They've deceived themselves, because you are a person who was sent to wake them up. You are a person who was sent to make them see reason. And that doesn't mean you didn't get angry or even hysterical or emotional or whatever it was you feel guilty about that you don't need to feel guilty about. Taking responsibility for other people's bad behaviour is what we need to let go of. But yeah, you've been deceived. People were jealous of you. They've lied. They've stabbed you in the back. Oh my goodness me, it's all happened. There's a massive big long list, isn't there? And you feel like enough's enough. But 7, you've got to where you are now. You've got through it all because of 7, the angels. People say 7's God's number, but it's actually 14 is God's number, according to, documents, many documents from the past. And 7s are the angels. So you've had angels on your shoulders. But see, people are having to take off the mask. They show themselves for who they are when they set upon someone who is guided by God, who is divine, who is anointed to do good things in this world, even if that's just doing something nice every day out of kindness for someone. A smile even. Spreading your light is a life purpose that we should all embrace. So masks are off. We get to see exactly who these people are by their behaviour, because you are innocent. Your heart is innocent. Could you have done things differently? Could you have behaved differently? Could you have responded instead of reacted? Of course. But these aren't things to blame yourself for. These are learning experiences. These are lessons in wisdom, in growth, in maturity. Chakra, awakening. You've been sent to wake these people up. They will not forget what you have said. They will not forget what you tried to do for them. They will not forget how loving and kind you were. They will not forget how wise and smart and intelligent you were. They will not forget that they did not behave correctly to you. They have to think of this now. They have to be in that Four of Cups energy. They have to come good and come clean. Because that's really the purpose of why we are where we are right now. We're living in a time of spiritual warfare. I mean, it's been spiritual warfare. It's been spiritual warfare. It's been spiritual warfare from the beginning. But times are becoming very intense. We need people to shine their light, and God and the divine angels and the all are not going to stand for anyone else piling on you because you've had enough and you deserve something better. So you are awakening more and more as well. You have insight. You are a psychic. You have intuition. You may even be telepathic. Purple of protection. So you are protected, even though it hasn't felt like it. Maybe you felt like your God has forsaken you. But this is not true, because you wouldn't have survived near death for many if it hadn't been for the support of the angels around you. And yes, you've walked alone in many ways, but you've always been able to see people for what they were. And maybe you've had to settle. Maybe maybe you had to have a family to bring children into the world, to guide them, to grow them as part of your mission. And you've had to settle because you simply do not align with many people on this world, because you were born an angel. And I know this all sounds very out there for people who may be listening to this, who just wants to hear about their love life and all the rest of it. But this is very, very important. If you've got this far, you are a divine one who needs to waken up. Who needs to awaken to the truth of yourself. See? Spiritual union. You're coming into spiritual union with self, higher self, God, the angels, the ascended masters, the ancient ones, your ancestors. You're here to break the curses of your ancestors' line, to bring good into this world. And there is union coming here too. You have someone coming into your life who you are going to connect with on a soul level. There could also be somebody who you've connected with on a soul level, but they are just not as advanced as you yet. You've given them something to think about. Oh, I just got Prince Harry for some reason. This person looks like Prince Harry. I don't know what that's about. But yeah, this person is having to think about it. And they're going to have to choose. Do they want to come to the light, or do they want to stay in this? You could also have had a third person who's in the ear of someone who is your soul person, or whether that's friend, family, lover, whatever it is. You've had someone else who's been jealous of your connection with this person as well, or these people. And this person is spiritually weaker than you. So they've been listening instead of listening to their own heart. You must listen to your own heart. You must, listen to your own heart. So too, you're coming into union, Two of Cups, soulmate, soul crew. You're nearly there. You just have to walk a little bit further through that valley of darkness. And the valley of darkness is yourself, is your shadow self. Working on your shadow self. Are you acting out of pride? Are you acting out of ego? Are you acting out of selfishness? You need to question yourself and be honest with yourself at every level and deal with that. We all like to think, everybody thinks they're a good person. Even the worst of people, when you hear psychopaths being interviewed, serial killers, they feel like they were being guided. If people are being guided to do bad things and hurt and harm others, then, that's definitely not divine. Foundation and achievements. Yeah, so people are going to be very jealous of your foundation and your achievements. This could be the valley of darkness that you need to move amongst. This could be the valley of darkness that you need to move through. But this time you'll stay strong. You'll stay in the light. You'll stay in faith. You're being guided. Because we can't be overly sensitive to the madnesses, to the hurts and harms of others. And your intuition and your third eye is going to be so on point that you will not associate with people anymore that are going to harm you. I mean, people who just want to, you know, say stupid things, or you're not going to be as sensitive to all of that anymore. You're going to be able to walk through the darkness, through this place of people of ill will, people who haven't awakened yet, and not fall and not stumble, because you've grown in power and strength. And know that you are protected. You are safe to move forward. People are going to be envious of you and your success, because part of the curse of your family is lack of success, is people who, or I should say, are people who have lived lives on the wrong sides of the track for some of you. So you will have grown up amongst people that you really feel like you didn't, you know, you might have felt you were adopted, or you just didn't fit in with your own family because they did not align with your light. So yes, you have a new home, you have a new place. There is a rainbow at the end of this, and it's so close. So what's next for you? Stability, firm foundations. People are going to be jealous and envious of you. They are going to try and drag you down. But you're no longer cursed. You're no longer being gang stalked. You're no longer having people try and destroy you. Your reputation will be restored. There is home here. There is family here. If you're worried about leaving family members behind because they aren't respecting you, don't worry, they're going to catch up. There could be a family reunion here as well. But there is someone in all of this. There is a fly in the ointment. There is someone who is trying to diminish you. And you're going to have this your whole life. You're always going to have people who are trying to put out your light and diminish you. But as you grow in strength, it becomes more and more difficult for these people to succeed. And when it's too much for you and you feel overwhelmed by dark energy, you retreat. You create a space in your own home, you create a space in your own life where you can retreat from these people. Pisceans are very good at this. Pisceans just swim away when it gets too much, because Pisceans are extremely sensitive to other people's energies. And often it can be, what you're feeling can actually be the energy of other people, not you. You think, why am I angry and frustrated today? Because somebody who's angry and frustrated has connected with your energy. Someone's thinking about you and they are angry and frustrated. If you have no reason to feel the way you feel, then you're picking up on other people's energies. And this can happen at a vast distance. You can just think of someone and you're connecting with them. So you need to put yourself into protection. Know that you are divine, that you are anointed, that you have a purpose in this life bigger than you realize, on a spiritual level, if nothing else. And see, 4 again, so that's 2 4s, stability. Somebody could be in a relationship because of stability, but yet unhappy. Their partner could be a very jealous, possessive and envious person. And this is keeping you apart from someone you love. They may not realize this because they are trying to ignore you. And people, and this is the other thing, like look at the light, and this person's turning away from the light. You are looking straight into the light. You might have morning rituals, a bit of sun gazing. You can only sun gaze in the morning, otherwise it hurts your eyes. But see, they're turning away into the darkness towards this person of deception and envy. So they've turned their back on you, but they're actually going to see that they are also a divine person of God's light. And they need to work this out for themselves as part of their growth and maturity. You've given them wisdom. They know your abilities. This might be something that they don't agree with. Maybe, they think it's all hocus pocus. But you can't explain to people what this all is and how you do what you do, who just don't want to hear it or believe it. So it's not for you to convince them. So there is stability coming here. And 6, peace and harmony. You might be a little bit bored. You might be feeling like nothing's moving fast enough. You might be tired of the whole process of continuing to do good things for yourself. But what have you not done for yourself that you should be doing for yourself? Do that today and get into that habit. You need to get into good habits for yourself, so keep working on these things. So what's next for you? You're going to be reunited with Soul Crew, with Soul Tribe. You've got people coming in. And it's going to be harmonious. It's going to result in a marriage and family coming together. If you're not interested in being married, then if there's been conflict in the family for no other reason than somebody else, you know, the dark forces in the ears of your loved ones, then this is going to change. This is going to come together. There's somebody here who needs to come out of a relationship where they're being deceived, where there's jealousy, oppression and envy, and move on, move forward, trusting your intuition, trusting the visions that you hold for yourself. You are a visionary, is what I'm getting to say to you as well. And move on, because you've got 2 of Cups right around the corner. And I know it's terrible when you hear, oh, it'll happen soon, this is going to happen soon. Sometimes soon can be 10 years. So it has been for me. Oh, it's been a lot longer than that. So I gave my age away yesterday on one of the readings, and now I'm thinking, God, why even talk about that? So we have 28. See, we have the Ace of Cups, love. The divine is pouring love and light onto you. Love and light is being poured upon you. But also, you've probably had everything stripped away from you. This is so you can lead a more simple life. See, we have this kind of person living in the country, within nature, getting out into nature. There could be traveling here as well. But yeah, and I'm also getting Europe. But, yeah, the Ace of Cups. You're being showered with love. You just need to open your heart to it and accept it from the divine. But there's also big love here for you. Someone does love you very, very much. They could be very tall. They're fair in this card. We have 2. You could have brown hair. This person has fair hair. So 8, 9, 10, something coming into completion. But also, this is interesting. On the other side of the coin, see how this person has an axe and they're creeping up behind you? Like they want to harm you in some way. Somebody who you had big love with, somebody who you loved very dearly. It could be a family member. It could be an ex-partner, or even a partner you're with now. And see, they just want to cut you down. No matter what happens, they want to cut you down because you're a tall tree basking in the light. People have not only tried to harm you mentally, emotionally, but you've also had threats of physical harm upon your life. God sees all. There are no lies. You cannot lie about anything. And neither can they, and they cannot deny. So, yeah, there's something here to do with like a hatchet job I'm getting. I don't know. It's a bit dark. And then we have the Queen of Cups, the Queen of Hearts. You can see, and this also fits with the third eye. See this bird sitting atop, being able to see all, being able to see it all for what it is. This is what you're learning to do. Just seeing a bigger picture, seeing a bigger purpose, psychic ability here, a bird's eye view. And that's the other thing as well. You see and know that other people are going to regret doing what they've done. Not because you want that to happen, but you just know that your heart was true. And you can see them. It's like remote viewing. Trust your intuition, trust your vision. When you start thinking of someone, what is the vision that comes to your head? Are they smiling and happy? Are they sad, and are they in regret? Are they angry? Trust that, because that's the truth. That is the truth. And if there's anyone who doubts my readings, if you have a look at the Harris versus Trump reading, just for some people out there, I'm bragging a little bit. I'm not pro-Trump or pro-Kamala. I'm Australian, so it doesn't really make that much difference to me. And so then we have 12. We have the 7 of diamonds. Oh, right. See, a third person. 3. I think diamonds, I'm going to say diamonds are swords because I've been meaning to write this down because I get confused very easily about what these are, and I should know. But I'm going to see diamonds as swords, but diamonds could very well be, anyway, I'm going to see them as swords. Because that's what came to mind, third party, because it came on top of deception and envy. But there could also be someone who's jealous of your relationships with family. Perhaps you're and with friends. Perhaps there's something about your personality that threatens people and makes them feel jealous of you. Perhaps you have a really good way with people. People enjoy your company. Perhaps you hold sway over the people you love in loving ways. And someone is very jealous of this, but their mask is being ripped off. You will be able to see all. You will be able to see things for what they truly are, that you've always known, but you're going to know 100%. You're going to learn never to doubt what comes into your mind again, as long as it's good, as long as you're not harming anyone. But your psychic abilities are going to become so strong because you're receiving affirmations. You're receiving affirmations that, oh yeah, I was right. Not because you wanted to be right, but because by being right, that can grow your self-esteem. By knowing that, but you can't claim this either. You have to give the glory to the Almighty, because that's where your gifts are coming from the light, from God, from the Almighty, from the All. So there is a third person, cherry blossoms here. Protecting children is really important. So there could be something to do with child protection here that's becoming very important. That could be part of your mission. But you've also been a very protective parent. You've given them wisdom. See, it's like mama bird with 2 other smaller birds. Yeah. You've been a very protective parent figure. You're very protective of children. But somebody was jealous of your relationships with young people, with children, in positive ways. They were jealous of that because your light shines their darkness. So there could be something here to do with, child protection, child protective services. Perhaps you're a whistleblower in a situation where you saw somebody doing things that they shouldn't be doing. And instead of being able to get justice for that, you were discredited. That's all about to change. The course of history is about to change, is what I'm getting. So what's next for you? We have 24, another 6, and the Jack of Hearts. So we have a new beginning in love. This is theatre, stage, it's drama, positive drama. It's a child. So there could be a child in your life that's going to become very significant in the world. Perhaps that's your path, to be this protective parent or this protective person or a protective mentor or a protective grandparent over a child who is very special in this world, a child of light, and you are their protector. You give them wisdom. You help them to blossom and open up so they can go out into the world and be part of this wave of change. So that's a 6 as well, 24. Perhaps they are 24, perhaps 42, perhaps they are 6 years old. And we have 2 6s here, maybe they're 12. So there's something here to do with a special child that you've been put in charge of by the divine. And we have the seaside here and cuttlefish and shells. And yes, there's a bit of storm on the horizon. You know the weather. You can feel the changes. You're very, very sensitive to vibration and pressure changes in the atmosphere. You may even have control over the weather. And see behind this cloud, this storm cloud, is a beautiful rainbow. And here's the beautiful rainbow here. of home. You're going home, wherever that is. You're going to feel more at home in your own skin than ever, because you're going to understand why you're here and what you can do and what you can bring to other people. And we have the Ace of Spades. What are spades? Are they pentacles? I think it's pentacles because this is abundance. We'll take those as pentacles. Doesn't matter if I'm wrong. The message is all the same. But see harvest here, and see we have cornucopia. We have fruit. So, you know, it's 20 and 8 of Pentacles. Effort's paying off. Abundance. Yes, you're having to work, but it won't feel like hard work because your heart's in it. So there could be a new job here as well, but you've put a lot of effort into yourself to stabilize yourself when it comes to relationships. Because sometimes when we're traumatized, we push other people away. And I think I said in a recent reading, there are people coming towards us that we have to be prepared for, prepare a meal for, prepare a banquet for. Could be Thanksgiving, could be Christmas. And harmonize with. So we have to release our fears and traumas. Our root chakra and sacral chakra needs to be strengthened. Our foundation needs to be strengthened. But you're being glorified for your achievements, for how far you have come on this journey of life. So we cannot push others away out of trauma, out of fear that they're going to hurt us and harm us. And you are strengthening anyway. So this will not happen anymore. You will get to a point where you just will not be affected by other people's bad behavior anymore. I mean, although I flipped someone off the other day. And I think, oh my God, I flipped someone off the other day. We don't have to be perfect. I was watching a YouTuber and they had this clip of psychic scammers, right? How this psychic and her daughter scammed everybody, this poor man, out of all of his money. And at the end, the guy commented saying, oh yeah, psychics are scammers and blah, blah. Behind a mask, mind you. This person was wearing a mask. Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, but the story, if you look at it, the story wasn't about psychics. Because he went, oh, I don't believe in psychics. Well, that's fine. You don't have to. You're obviously not tuned in. But whereas I think this person is tuned in, because for what I can see from this person, they are trying to elevate. Like, a lot of what they're saying has to do with finding God. They're down the rabbit hole of looking at knowledge and wisdom and ancient books at the moment. So that's quite fascinating. And then from there comes spiritual awakening. But yeah, oh, I don't believe. And I flipped this person off. I made a comment because I was a paid subscriber to this person's channel, and I made a comment saying, oh, because I got all like humphy about it, and I kind of said, I said, this story isn't about psychics. This story is about scammers. Are you a scammer? Because you're the one wearing the mask, is what I said. And I'm like, oh my God, you know, because I am impulsive like that. And I'm just like, oh my God, have I no self-control? And that's the thing, you know, learning self-control, learning. But sometimes it has to be said. Maybe, you know, we don't know why we say something. I mean, he would have just laughed. He's that kind of guy. Oh, I got to her, yeah, right, whatever. She unsubscribed. He probably would have enjoyed it, looking at his personality anyway, just, you know, feeling like he got one up of something. I don't know. And I'm assuming all this through psychic ability, so it's quite interesting. But yeah, so, you know, don't doubt yourself and don't be hard on yourself. Like, I can look at that and laugh, but, you know, we do have to be more mindful. We don't have to let people know that they've got under our skin. But then there's nothing wrong with honesty either. You know, this is the argument that I get into with myself and with the divine. It's like, well, you know, I wasn't being dishonest. I was just saying how it is. I wasn't being disrespectful, but I was being a little bit, you know. So we're not meant to be perfect. It's okay to, you know, but when we set out to truly curse and harm people and wish their downfall, that is something different again. Okay? And trust that the divine knows who and knows who isn't, because we have messengers around us all the time. We have a connection to these messengers who have a direct line to whatever the divine is, the great computer in the sky, whatever it is. It's all logged, it's all written. So if that's all weighed in the algorithm of life, in the balance of this, of a person who's being treacherous towards you for no good reason, or they're being more harmful to you because they're jealous or envious of you, or they're trying to discredit you because you dare to tell truths, like real truths, not just silly things like on the internet comments, that is all calculated faster than the speed of light, like the supercomputer of God. And so that's where karma comes in. So, a little ticker tape goes off and and something happens. And you might think, well, God, I haven't seen justice or karma for the people who've treated me badly. But don't you worry. They've had their whole lives to come back from what they've done and didn't. So they have to answer for that in death, because the soul goes on. So what's next for you? And we have the Jack of Spades, the Jack of Pentacles. So this is the Page of Pentacles. So a new beginning for you. Perhaps moving house, perhaps chickens are something to do with you. But look at this child, a child of nature, a child of love, a child of creation, enjoying the outdoors, enjoying nature. You or this person or this child that you are meant to protect may have unusual pets as well, is what I'm getting. But also reaping what you've sown again, collecting eggs, collecting the bounty, the cornucopia. You'll be going on picnics with people. You'll be enjoying the outdoors. You'll be enjoying a healthy lifestyle with these people coming in. These aren't people you're going to find in clubs and pubs and poker machines and, drinking venues, all getting drunk. You may have done that in your past, but this is not where you're headed for. You're headed for a more wholesome life. And if that's boring to you, then that's okay. You can stay where you are. Or if that's boring to other people, that can stay where they are. But if you want to be a person who is healthy, living a wholesome style life, then you have these sorts of people coming in. Maybe you used to disparage those sorts of people. Oh my God, look, they're so healthy. Oh, look at them being so... Look at them drinking almond milk. Yeah. Oh, yeah, because you're being given the key. You're given the key to knowledge. You're being given a key to a new house. You're being given the key to a new car. You're being given a key to your own self. You know more than ever what makes you tick, what upsets you, how you react. Are you, like I am, a little bit on the impulsive, rash side? That's to do with emotional energy and mindfulness, overactive minds as well. So settle the mind, trust the heart, and know that you are divinely guided, that you are anointed, and that you are here to protect children in some way. That's your path. And you're being given the keys to the kingdom. Oh, and look, trout swimming upstream. We've got a King of Diamonds here, King of Swords, justice, intelligence, measured mindfulness, the law, with all these trout swimming upstream, which are... And the King of Diamonds. Oh no, I just said that already. That is the King of Diamonds. Oh, the Eight of Diamonds. Or Eight of Swords is diamond. Oh God, let's just let that all go. So what's the Eight of Swords? Being trapped. Yeah. You've been locked up and now you're being freed. You are going to be this trout. swimming in the flow. Because look what trout go through. Trout or salmon. Oh, is it salmon? Oh yeah, salmon. What salmon go through upstream. They come up the top, injured, cut to ribbons, to create, to procreate, to create whatever. They go through hell, swimming upstream. Do you know the strength it must take for them to leap out of the water and smash against rocks, all so that they can, be the survival of the fittest? And that's you. You're the survivor. You're the fittest. You've been chosen. You've proven yourself to come out the other side, a person of light and good, no matter what fucking shit you went through. And that is something to be honoured. And you are being honoured for that. So it doesn't matter if you just flip someone off. But, you know, be careful. And that's a 30.